Any books or movies that have changed your life?
All right. So if anyone listened to the last podcast, and I asked him this question, and there were no books, and we did that podcast 3 times, and I asked the same question 3 times, and he still had no answer for books 3 times.
Because I hate to read.
He hates to read. Now, this is one thing we also have in common. I don't enjoy it. Mom used to have me read all the time. I used to be a reader back in the day. That was when you guys were still together, though. I could read a whole book in one day, light work, easy, cake. You give me a book now, I can't even stay focused. I can't even read the first page. I hate it. I don't enjoy it. Now, that being said, there's no books. The only book that I read, I mean, in school, I'm a pretty good kid. I do a lot of my homework. I do my homework. I do it all.
Yeah, yeah, I'm proud of you.
I do it. I don't enjoy it. I never read a book except for The Outsiders by like Truman Capote or something like that. That was pretty good. I think that was based off like a true story though, like a murder or something. That was good. But that didn't really change my life. But that's the only book I really read for school was. So no, there's no books. No books. Movies. Ratatouille.
Yes.
That
We just had a conversation about this yesterday.
Okay, now here. So my 2 favorite movies that, okay, I gave you Ratatouille. Can you guess the other one? You probably can't. There's no way. I'll give you literally all the money in my bank account if you can guess it. All of it.
I feel like we should have some Jeopardy music playing right now. Chris, if you can edit that in too. I have no idea. So.
Yeah, there's a lot on the line here. A lot of G's. Come on. What you got? Throw me something up.
Well, my favorite movie is Interstellar.
Okay, so it's not that. So he lost. He owes me all his money now.
Do you know why Interstellar is my favorite movie, though?
It makes you think of me.
It does. Yep.
I don't know if that's actually the reason, but I remember you telling me that.
Yep.
Okay, well, my other favorite movie is The Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh, you told me this. I should have actually known that.
Yeah, you could have had a lot of money, man.
I still could have a lot of money because I still think we have a joint checking account from when she was younger. I don't think we changed it over.
Shoot,
so.
that is where
Joke's on you, lady. So
that wouldn't be cool.
It wouldn't be cool.
So, anyways, Wolf of Wall Street. But, Ratatouille, that was just, I mean, that movie, I don't even know why it's life-changing. I think it's the music in that movie that just amps me up. Wolf of Wall Street, it's about money. Well, like, not just about money, but I just like it. I like the vibes. I've watched that movie, like, 100 times. I've probably watched Ratatouille, like, 400 times. But I still remember the first day I saw that movie a long time ago when I was a small child. So, I mean, maybe it was life-changing for me, but I don't really know why.
Yeah. So what motivates you? What makes you want to be kind of like me, where you always want to be achieving like the next level of success?
Well, I'd say I know the future that I want. Like, I know one day, I mean, I say this all the time, and everyone thinks I'm really stupid for it. Not really, like, stupid. I really want a lot of cars, and I've said multiple times, I don't really care. Like, I'd rather have a ton of cars than, like, a huge mansion. I still want, like, a nice house, obviously. But I really want, like, my dream, okay, yellow house, the big yellow house because we had 2 yellow houses. That house had a really long driveway.
Yep.
Okay. And I would always picture me living in that house in the future, a house like that, with the really long driveway with just cars just lined up in that driveway. That's just all I wanted. So I'd say knowing the type of house I want, like, and all the cars, a Lamborghini, a Porsche, a Ferrari recently. I didn't used to want that, but I kind of do now, but it had to be blacked out. Black, not black. So I'd say like that. A lot of cars.
So by the way, I don't think she's stupid for this because we share the same disease when it comes to vehicles.
I mean, like, but I want a Jeep. I want a Mustang. I want literally every type of sports car, and then some Jeeps that all are fun. I want it. Like, I just want all that. I just want. I don't know. There's a lot of things I want. All right. And I need the money for it. So I got to grind hard.
So it'll be interesting to see as time goes on to look back on this podcast and
I mean,
10 years from now to see what's changed about that.
We'll see. I think I'll have all the cars? Probably not. But I would like to have like at least 3.
Yeah.
One,
So what's your top 3 wish list right now?
a Porsche, Miami
A
blue,
Porsche what?
a GT3 RS.
Yeah.
Except though, you know what is I want the GT3 RS, but in all Miami blue, they have like the black decals on them.
Yeah.
I don't want the decal. I don't want the black decal on them. I don't want that. All Miami blue, yellow brake calipers. That's 1. 2, a Lamborghini Aventador. What color would that be? Also probably like grabber blue. Ferrari, blacked out. That'll probably change. I probably won't want a Ferrari in the next 10 years. That'll probably go away.
And why do you think that?
Because I don't really care for them that much. It's just like a want as of recently.
All right.
What else do I want? Definitely like a couple Jeeps.
All right.
But I have a Jeep right now. I want a 4-door though. Mine's a 2-door. So I just want a 4-door Jeep. I don't even need a couple. I just want like a Jeep, a Porsche, and a Lambo. That'd be it. That'd be a dream. Ooh, hang on.
Wow. All right.
Probably a Range Rover. That'd be cool. But in there's like this gray color. Looks clean. I want that. That's the color.
All right.
That's all for now.
All right. So health, diet, or fitness tips.
All right. I recommend doing a lot of biceps. I do a lot of biceps. I really like arms. I'm kind of unlike every other girl because every other girl focuses on legs and probably like butt workouts and squats and stuff. That's not for me. I like the arms. I think I have actually pretty nice arms, Dad, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, they're
pretty jacked. I'll say my tip is you got to do legs because I'm imbalanced. It's just not well. It's fine. I always used to say to my mom, she'd always make fun of me for this. She makes some really good dinners, but I always tell her I wanted like some spinach or something. I like spinach a lot, but I'd always say what did I used to say? You got to eat the greens to get the gains.
Yeah.
And looking back on it, I probably think that's the stupidest thing I've ever said, but it's true. So eat your greens, I guess. I don't really know.
So how do you like working out with me?
We talked about this. Did we talk about this? I mean, it's hard to say because we did 3 different takes, so I don't know which one made it in the final cut. I don't like it. I do like it, but I also don't. I thought working out with him would be really fun. I go through phases, and I think he does too when we have time of when we can actually work out. And we have like a bench set in the basement and then like the click weights, you know? And I was like, oh, cool. This will be so fun. Dad, let's get it. It was like the first week of quarantine. I was like, let's go. We're going to get huge. And that'll be it. We'll work out every day. I'm going to keep you committed. You're going to keep me committed. It's grind time, baby. We go downstairs. He's like, all right, let's do this workout, this workout, this workout, and this workout. Oh my gosh, it's a full body workout. Oh, this is great. And he's doing all these terrible things that I don't want to do. I want to do the arms. He's like, put the bar behind your head and do some presses.
Skull crushers.
Those were stupid. No one do those ever. My arms look good enough without that. I don't need those. So I didn't like it because it's not
about the look. It's about the functionality. What can you do?
It was like a hodgepodge of, it wasn't even like a full select workout. It's like, we're going to do one separate exercise for every single muscle group.
Well, you've got to always work opposing. So you can't just do biceps. You have to do bicep and tricep. You got to wear out both sides.
I understand.
You got to do back and chest. You can't just do one or the other. Otherwise, you're unbalanced. You just said you need to balance your workout. I try to do that. You just don't like to do it.
Oh, did we do anything legs related?
Well, I don't like to do legs either.
See?
The way I see it is I'm 270 pounds, which means my body has to carry my 270-pound ass every day. My legs are already strong.
Okay, but here's my deal. He's hitting me with chest. Then he's like, let's do some back. Let's do some shoulders. Let's do some triceps. Let's do some biceps. By the time I got to the biceps, which is my strong point, I was winded from the triceps, back, shoulder. I don't know. That was terrible. Then he's like, let's get a deck of cards. No, man, I'm done. My time has come and gone. I have to go upstairs. That was terrible.
I bring this up because I've been waiting for the opportunity since you made fun of my volleyball form. This goes back to my football days.
But I'm still swole.
You are.
Listen, I'm huge.
For a girl.
For a girl. And I wouldn't want to be like huge. I think I'm nice and toned, but strong. I got it. I work it. do whatever exercises you have to do for love handles. That's it. That's what I got. You got to get rid of those bad boys. Just in general, I'm saying.
Are you talking to me?
No, I'm saying in general, dude.
Are you calling me out right now?
No, I'm calling myself out. I'm really.
Well, I guess I'm touchy to it.
No,
I should be
Dad,
calling
that
myself
wasn't
out.
even at you. No, I'm really skinny, but I got like a little bit of love handles or something, or my butt's not big enough. It doesn't shape right. It's not fun. Chris, we can cut that too.
So, all right. So, are there any exciting projects that we're working on that you think are going to separate us from the other people in the industry?
Well, I mean, I guess that would be the app and the franchising is what will separate us and get that done. I mean, like, I don't think anyone else is making their own app to what they need and trying to get the franchise documents like set so that they can start franchising out and be as big as they want to be right now.
Yeah. All right.
I mean, I'd say that's about it.
Do you have any thoughts on legacy yet, or are you still too young to have any thought on that? Like what what do you want people to think of, I guess, is a better question. As you grow this business with me and you grow in your leadership skills, what do you want people to look up to you for? What do you want to lead people in?
I mean, just like my motivation, I guess. Like I want people to just like be like, oh, I want to be as motivated as she was from the start.
Yeah.
I mean, like that's what I feel like I'd want people to look up for me for, or up to me for, and like just my dedication, I guess.
Yeah.
So you're dedicated.
I mean, here I'll help you with this. I can tell you. Well,
I'll go for it. Hit me with it.
I can tell you that there's very few 19-year-old women, young women, that would be willing to tell 20-some to 40-some year old men what to do every day.
Let me say that's kind of hard. Well, it's not hard. Actually, the easiest person I probably have, like for Joey, he's the oldest, but I'd say actually easiest for me to like talk to him, obviously, because I mean, I respect him and want him to be successful with us. So it's easy, but like Ray and Kevin, who are like my stepbrothers, that's a little bit harder because if I make them mad, it's like, okay, like I'm very selfless, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a people pleaser to a fault, probably. So I don't like to give them news that they won't like because it's not like, okay, I made them mad, but I go home and I don't have to talk to them. So I guess when I have my own house, it'll be a lot easier for me. But it's like, okay, I made them mad, but now we go to the same house and then it's awkward. So, I mean, I can do it and people can look up to that, I guess, but sometimes it's a little tricky in some aspects.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So the point, the thing that I was trying to say is,
I know I want
you do things that most people your age would not want to do or couldn't do. And you are, something that's, I think, understated or underrated with what we're doing in our business right now is that not only are we innovating in automated outdoor solutions and finding those solutions for other professionals in our industry, but we are also unique in the fact that you're a woman in a male-dominated industry. And that's something that as your dad, I'm so proud of.
Thanks.
Is because, like, not to get sappy, but truthfully, is because I think that it's the fact that you don't think about it. See, this is the thing. It's the fact that I asked you the question and you didn't bring it up that makes you so strong. And I would say to other women that are going to listen to this podcast, and quite frankly, this is who we hope to attract to the podcast, right? We hope to attract people that, want to be more successful with automation, want to learn from what we're doing, and hopefully, follow in that track or that trend. And then also to be able to attract young women that can listen to Julia or listen to our relationship and be inspired by the fact that this doesn't have to be a male-dominated industry anymore. You know, when I look at landscaping in general, most of the people that we get in our industry are men. But I often say, and I'm always looking for women that can put a woman's touch or perspective or point of view on a landscape design. You know, a lot of times what I look for, and I tell this to my customers, is, you know, I look for big trees, nice shrubs, you know, things that are kind of easy to maintain. But I don't look at, you know, the flowers or, you know, certain things like that women are more attracted to, right? I mean, like, here's the thing. You brought up Versace. I don't care how I smell, you know, but see what I'm saying? Like, different perspectives. And I will say that by us working together, I feel like we might be the most balanced business there could be, because we have a young woman's perspective and a middle-aged man's perspective.
Well, here's the thing. One of the questions, what was it? Obviously, I know the questions because I interviewed him. So, isn't it? You wrote it down. How I am going to go off your goals or something along another. I want to make our brand very modern and look cool. And he doesn't really care about that. But I feel like that's really important with the age that we're in, because obviously, like, even your logo is going to attract a lot of people, and how your trucks look driving around, they got to pop.
Yeah. So
his don't pop. But, you know, that's what balances it out, because he sets the standards and, like, knows what you need in a business and what you have to do to be successful. And I'm like, okay, now you set all the guidelines, and now let me just, like, amp them up.
So this is the thing I try to say to her. I'm okay with all those things. Okay?
Yeah.
This, to me, as the middle-aged man, is a young person's perspective on importance. To you, what's important is
the look.
Show that logo.
Okay, here. Like, here, hold on. Let me show yours.
Like,
I'm covering it. Let me show oh gosh, Dad. Okay, look, this logo right here, Langton Group. First off, blue, phenomenal, great. It works. If you see the trucks, wow. I got the hoodies. I got 4 of them. I do have 4, but there was some extra than that. Anyways, this one, I think it can be better. I think it's a good start. It can be better. The thing I tell you is, I asked him, I said, yo, Dad, let me redo this logo. He told me no for the longest time, because we would have to trademark it again, and that costs the money. Okay, I get it. But what's your biggest goal with this company? What is it? Maybe we talked about it in the last one. I don't think we did, though.
So my biggest goal is actually to unite the industry, get us working together again instead of cutting each other's knees off. That's one of my biggest goals. And secondly is to be an industry leader.
Okay, that was neither of what I wanted. Chicago Bears.
Oh, yeah. It is a goal for me to who's interviewing who here right now?
Well, it's like a mix or something.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about me. For a second,
you already had a full interview.
I know. I could have 3 interviews, I think. But a moment for me when I was younger, I used to work with my dad all the time, much like Julia, except the difference is I didn't get $2 an hour even to do it. I got told you can work with Dad for free, or you can do chores at the house. And I always picked work with Dad for free because I liked the windshield time, to be honest with you. Driving to the jobs was better than scrubbing the dishes. So anyways, I'll never forget the first Bears football game that I went to. There was the Kissatron at Soldier Field. And a competitor at the time to my dad was on the Kissatron. And I told myself, I'll know I have made it when I have the ability to sponsor something like that.
Exactly. Now, here's my question.
That's what she's saying.
This logo right here, you probably can't see it because probably most people are going to just listen to this on Apple or Spotify. That's how.
So if you can't see it, look up automatedoutdoor.com.
Okay.
Automatedoutdoor.com.
Dad, good plug. Check that out. Wow, he's a natural. See, now, if you see that logo, Dad, you know the logo. Would you want that on your sponsor for the Chicago Bears, playing on TV, hung up on banners?
Well, so here's the thing. If it was the whole background picture, like that's on it with just out the logo, I don't know. The thing is, I think it's fine. this is where there's a difference in opinion.
Listen.
At the end of the day, hold on.
Yeah,
At the end of the day,
you.
the consumer wants a value.
Yeah.
Okay. They want people to stand behind a product. They want clean cut, good like well-spoken, articulated technicians. At the end of the day, the logo to me comes second to them. Now, I think that we trademark something that we liked at the time. If we want to change it, that's fine, but it's never good to change a brand image. So right now, we have 4 years of that branding. You look at Husqvarna, when you look at the Husqvarna brand image, which is actually right behind us if you're watching on YouTube, that Husqvarna used to make shotguns. So that is the site of a shotgun. So the Husqvarna brand that most people think is a crown is actually the tip of a shotgun. So, or the sights of a shotgun. So that being said, Miss Brander over here.
Listen, I see where you're coming from.
At the end of the day, that's Husqvarna's logo. Nobody really cares if it pops.
But that's clean. Let me bring up a scenario. Dad, you made some business cards back in the day.
Yes, Julia made a much better business card.
Now, here's the deal, though.
And I didn't actually make that business card, though. Somebody designed that business card, and I just approved it.
Okay.
Just so we're clear.
Now, that's fine. Now, here. You at the time thought that business card was fine, totally good. Then I made the business card that had my image, and you were like, this is much better. I heard you say it to someone else on the phone.
Yeah,
I can't believe that I was given this one out. Now, that's because I think if I were to recreate this logo, amp it up a little bit, make it a little bit more modern, you'd be like, oh, that's way better because you don't know the potential that the logo has. I think it could be really cool. I think what we got is popping.
So instead of us talking about it, you make me a better one, and then I'll tell you if we're going to re-trademark it.
Well, I know, but I got to learn how to graphic design.
Right now, you always talk about this, but I still see no logo.
I have no time, dog.
I know you're always talking about my design, but that's
because you just approved it.
I don't see one better from you yet.
Hey, this is my interview.
Okay.
So listen, I'm gonna have it.
Now let's talk about back to the podcast.
All right, let's go.
So something that came up since our first interview was what we're going to do with our guests is, and this was Julia's idea. This is our collaboration, really. Is we're trying to figure out how to make the podcast cooler and, in Julia's words, fresher than other podcasts. So we're going to ask all of our guests that are on the show to pick a song that they like, that they think represents them in the moment, in the time, because this always changes. So right now, for me, like my first podcast, I'm going to play, or you would have already heard if you heard the first episode, The Man by The Killers.
Terrible.
And she doesn't like it, but I like it. When I drive, I think I hear that song and it makes me smile. So that's it. That's what it comes down to. So we're going to do that. So our podcast is going to have a beginning song and an ending song. And this was really us working together. So right now you're seeing a lot of bickering and probably seems like gibberish on your end, but good things do come from this dynamic. And that's the point. So other than that.
So basically what he's saying is he's going to pick his songs to represent him for his podcast. I'm going to pick mine. Mine will be better to some people. Well, probably not a lot of people. They'll be cool though. Basically, you said you were going to pick a song, but we're each going to have our song.
No, everybody gets to pick their front song, and then we're going to do a playlist for automating success for every guest. There'll be a guest playlist. So the first song, there'll be a playlist. Then to close out the podcast, after Julia and I hear the interview, we are going to take a song off our playlist that we call the Joe and Julia playlist when we're driving around doing automower resets.
No, Dad, it's got to be something way better than that. That wasn't original at all.
You can.
I'll think about that. See, anyways, this is the youngness.
This is what we're going to do. And we actually get along much better than we seem to.
No. If anyone was watching, they'd see it's all smiles. This is like our.
Yeah, but I do think I brought it on myself because I asked for the Julia with her friends and not the dad around or Julia around dad scenario. So once we hit end on this, we're going to go back to the Julia.
No, you know what scenario. It is though too is I was procrastinating.
She's been a little bit more combative than I thought she was.
I was procrastinating this so much because I don't really like to talk about myself that much. But now you got it flowing, and now I just can't stop, apparently.
I know. I'm actually wondering if we went over the hour.
I mean, Chris, you can edit out all the bad stuff out. It's fine.
So, all right. Well, with that, what do you think? You think that's a wrap?
That being said, whose interview was better? Mine might be. Depends who's listening. What age group?
We don't want to disappoint her. So even if mine was better, and if you went on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook, say Julia's was better.
Thank you. I appreciate it, guys.
And I want to boost her confidence.
Dad, I love you too, but I still want my podcast to win.
All right. That's it.
All right. Is that it?
That's it.
We're
That's
done.
a wrap.